Thought I'd just make just a couple minute video here. This right here is Corel Video Studio Pro, otherwise known as X3, and this is what I use. As you can see, here's your video window. Up here is all the videos that I've imported. In order to use the video, you got to import it, and then once it's in here, you can drag and drop it right into your video title track. You've got two different video tracks. You can actually have up to 6 overlay tracks, actually. You can have a single voice track, but you can have like 3 music tracks and 2 or 3 title tracks. So this right here is your videos, and if I want to throw in my title's already pre-done. It's a drag and drop. I just go ahead and I drag it right on down. Or the same thing with the credit. I can just drag the credits in, so it's really quick. Once I open it up, I basically do a new project and just drag and drop the credits in there, and once I got the credits in there, I'm ready to go. I can start drag and dropping and don't have to worry about anything. Your next tab here is for your fades, and this is the ones I typically use. That's why there's only a couple of them there. Typically you can use tons and tons and tons of different fades, so it has plenty of them in there. And here's your basic titles, and it has more of them in there too. Just plain colored backgrounds, and you can choose any color in between. Your special effects, all these are the individual effects. So if you take a look at some video effects here, this right here is what it looks like with a like an airbrush effect, and all I did is I just dragged that right onto where I wanted it, and it's done. I can make a few adjustments, but other than that, it's really idiot proof. I mean, it really does not take much at all. And then the next tab down is your music tab, and I have 90% of my music stored on my terabyte drive, and I just import what I want. I have my standard music for the title, well, for the end title, and I add that. Everything else in between is based on emotion. If it's high-speed video, everything is moving in slow motion, then I want a slow song or slow music. I don't want to have really upbeat music on something moving really slow, and because you're really, with the music, you're trying to dictate the emotion of the video, and I try to pick the best one for each video. Sometimes I select a video and the music is selected specifically for that video before, but the majority of the time I select a very specific type of music, and I basically I listen to a bunch of music, and I find something that I find like 3 of them that I think suit it, and then I'll drop it in and test it, and whichever one has the right feeling is basically the one I end up going with. Once you're done with that, and if you take a look down here, this right here is all the little splices that are in my 45 ACP video, and you can see there's tons and tons and tons of video edits in here. Yeah, I mean, it really is edited. This is the very ending here, and here's the strafing video where it's added in here, and of course that's done without sound. So I take that and I slow it down to a specific point, and then I add my actual music background, and then I'll add each one of the bangs for each one of the impacts. Those are individually done, and you can see them here. So when I have something that goes bang or whatever, I'll just throw in that sound and edit that sound. I try to keep my sound really low. Scale to 1 to 100. My title track is sitting at a 20, and my credits is sitting at a 20. and these sounds right here would be sitting at a 10. So they're very quiet. I don't like to have a really loud noises or anything like that. I really want to make it very subdued, very quiet, very somber. You'll find that when you watch them, it has a more professional feeling to it. May not be more professional, but it has a more professional feeling to it. Stay away from the popular music. It's just not worth putting it in. What you like is not what somebody else is going to like, and they're just going to do nothing but bitch and complain, moan and groan about it. If you throw in there something that is more suitable for the mood, you're going to be much better off. For saving, this is really simple for saving. I go ahead and I just click on create video file. It has an upload to YouTube. I don't use it. I think it sucks. But you click on this one. If you want to upload to YouTube, I use the Flash FLV, and I use 640 by 480. That's my common one. If I'm going to save for later use, I use DV. If I want to save for high definition, MPEG 4 HD is what I use. So it really depends on how long the video is and what it is. If it's just a video response, it's just going to be the FLV. Sometimes I go with MPEG Optimizer. That works really good. It's not going to be like 720 or 1080, but it's going to be really good quality on a large screen. That's your only drawback of the FLV. FLV would be quick to render the video, but the actual screen size is going to be really small at 640 by 480. So you have to have a few drawbacks in there. And this does have another. Well, okay, you can also do. You can enable 5.1 surround sound on this, and I typically do that. You have the Video Studio Express, which, if you've seen some of my videos where it's basically pictures moving, that's what I use to do that. It also has DV to DVD and DVD Factory, and you can add painting in here. If you want to jump down to the sound mixer, you can go ahead and go to the sound mixer, and that's there. If you look down here with the sound mixer on, you can see all the separate sounds and the wave data on that. So you can see a whole lot of stuff going on here. If it looks confusing, it's not. It really is super simple to use. If you're looking for a good one that that you're considering purchasing for video editing, I do recommend the Video Studio. It's by far not the best. It's not After Effects, but there's a lot of plugins for it. You can like I use some of the other plugins. If you go to the FX, you can drop down. Let me drop this down here. If you drop down to the FX, we can see like the touch up, and touch up is simple. Let me go to here and then just do touch up. Touch ups, we touch up, drop it in. Come on. My computer's running a little slow tonight. And then once we have that in there, we can select it and customize the filter. Now this is a separate filter. I had to purchase these. This is from New Blue, but they're very affordable, and you get a bunch of them, a big package of them, and you can. You probably can't see the differences, but there are slight differences between how they look, and then you can change that even more by some of the scales here. Let me see if I can find one that's a little bit more powerful. Oh, let's see. Let's go with Cartooner. And this is a free one, by the way, which is why brings up the big box because they want you to buy more. And let's see if that brought it up. It did not bring it up. Of course not. Okay, now you take a look over here. You can see everything looks like a cartoon. We can go to the options and customize the filter. And then you see, you've got cell animation, dense texture, hallucinations, hard, illusions, light, cartoon, night, all these different versions. And once you find something like cell animation, then you can change all these little things on here and change the colors, black and white to very vivid brightnesses to really dark, and contrast, and the blending, sharpness, smoothness, layers, densities, width, mix, all that kind of stuff. And you can even change it as the video moves on. So you can have it go from, let's say, from the very beginning, have that as, like radioactive, and then towards here we go to cell animation, and to here we go to night. So then we go ahead and when we play that, it would actually have the video change over time wherever I designate. So I can have it play one thing, have it play another thing, change the look and the feel of the whole video. Since I don't want this to go any longer, I'm going to basically shut her down here. Besides, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and about time for me to go ahead and finally hit the hay. I spent the whole day at the VA today, and I got another day tomorrow at the VA, so I wanted to get some of this stuff done while I still could, and which is why I'm still up at 2 o'clock in the morning. That right there is Video Studio X3. Give you an idea of what it's like and how to use it a little bit. It's not very intimidating. It's like all the other video editors, really. You can see what editing I do, and in this example, what editing I did. And hopefully it gives you an idea on some of the things I do. It's a long, drawn-out process. It can take hours and hours and hours to do if you're doing high speed and stuff like that, because of all the separate little edits that are in here. If you just take a look at how many little blocks there are there, those are each little edit in this video, and this video is just under 9 minutes, so you can see just how much information has been changed in there. It's a lot of detail and a lot of small stuff you'll never see or notice. That's it. That's Weaponeer signing out.
Come